Welcome back to Ruby on Nails, and guess what? It's another Mooncat video. I know one of you is upset about that. Just gotta let you guys know that I received it in the mail as a gift. I didn't buy it, but I'm so naughty. Barking. Welcome back to Ruby on Nails, and today I have a very exciting video for you. It is the Goddess Complex collection by Mooncat. I do have to let you know that I received this in the mail as PR/gifted. I am not obligated to review this collection, however it was gifted to me, so do with that information what you will. However, I will give you my honest thoughts when it comes to reviewing this collection. So with all of that out of the way, let's break down some of the details here. Info dump. I do want to highlight a couple of things about this collection. This is a shimmers collection. I will make a note to say that some of these are a duochrome shimmer. It's not a multi-chrome, but there is a shimmer within the formula that gives it a fun, trippy kind of look. Some of those trippy looks will be a little bit of a color shift, but honestly, I'm not quite sure how to describe these polishes because the effect that I'm seeing here due to the color combinations that they threw into these bottles, they're kind of, and I'm not just saying that because it was sent to me, I'm saying that because I genuinely enjoy some of the color shifts that are happening in these bottles, and I will dive more deeply into that when I am swatching these individual polishes. So in this collection, you are getting 6 polishes. If you buy it all together, it is $78. There's a little bit of a discount if you bought them all together. If you are buying these polishes individually, I do want to make a note that they will be ranging anywhere from $14 to $15, so there is a little bit of a price difference depending on which polish that you want or buy. Now, while all of these 6 polishes have a glitter kind of color changing duochrome shiftiness to them, there is a little bit of a difference in formulas depending on which polishes that you get, and there is a pretty big difference in opacity depending on the polish that you purchase. So if you're interested in picking up just a couple of individuals instead of the whole bundle, definitely listen real closely to when I am swatching each polish so you check out or hear how each individual polish is and what that opacity and formula is like, because there's quite a big difference between the polishes that are on the plate. Hi, Bimo. Apparently, Bimo has entered her clingy phase of the evening, so if you see my arm moving like this, I'm just petting my dog, man. Or if you hear some jingles. Now, the collection is already available for purchase. It has been for about a week now. It was made available March 24th. But all of the polishes are still available online. I can't quite remember if this was a limited edition collection or not, if they're here forever. I think they are a permanent collection or addition to Mooncat's catalog. I want to make a note that I think all of these colors are a great addition to Mooncat's catalog. These really are kind of the perfect example of specialty polishes that are incredibly user-friendly. I quite like these, and I think they'll really add more to Mooncat's overall catalog. They kind of fit a vibe that wasn't quite necessarily being filled previously. But with all of that said, let's jump into those swatches. I know you want to see them if you're watching this video, or maybe you're just a Ruby on Nails fan. But either way, let's jump into those swatches. So the first polish that we have today is Artemis's Death Kiss, and this is a gray-purple shimmer polish with a purple micro shimmer and micro holographic glitter running all the way throughout it. This is a really good representation of this collection as a whole, because on camera it definitely doesn't show you the full spectrum of this polish, and when it dries down with these swatches that I'm showing you here, it's kind of lackluster. These polishes specifically shine when you add a top coat onto them because they get this really crazy kind of opalescent kind of look to them. This one was a 2-coater, and as you can see while I'm applying this top coat, all of that blue shimmer kind of comes to life and you get this crazy almost UV glow effect. It's not super in your face, but it has a very ethereal feeling to it. I changed up the lighting so you could really see that kind of blue flare on this polish, but dang, these polishes, you gotta see them in person. Okay, so up next is Aphrodisiac, and this is one of the sheer polishes that I was mentioning. Personally, I think it gets fully opaque in 3 coats. However, if you don't like sheer polishes, you don't like 3-coaters, maybe steer away from this one, but let's get down to the details. This is a sheer pink polish. It also has kind of a bluey purple shimmer running throughout it, and it also has micro holographic glitters, and I liked this polish. This was actually the kind of reboot of Pink Piglet, which was a previous polish that Mooncat / Live Love Polish had. And I think it builds up quite nicely. Again, it really has quite a dull effect without a top coat, but when that top coat is applied, it looks really pretty, and we get that same shimmery flare up. You can see it subtly in just my normal direct lighting, but when I turn on that indirect lighting, you can really see it come to life. I don't know what type of shimmer they're necessarily using in this collection, but to me it just has this UV effect. Up next is earthtagaya, and unfortunately this is my least favorite from the collection. It is a teal polish with a pink shimmer and micro holographic glitters. This one is also supposed to be a sheer polish, and even knowing that it is a sheer polish, I'm not going for opacity here, but there was just something a little uneven with how the shimmer and the color was being placed on my nail. It was just a little patchy in some spots, not because it's supposed to be sheer, it was just something with how the special effects were laying down on my nails. If this is the kind of vibe that you're going for and you would wear this as an opaque polish of 3 coats, you might not have that issue. I tried it out with 3 coats and it was pretty okay, but I would pass on this one if I was personally buying this collection. It just isn't my vibe, and you can just kind of see some patchiness around the cuticle. Up to you. Okay, now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's talk about one of my favorites from the collection. I liked this one. I liked how this layers in 2 coats, 3 coats. It's just, I can also use it as a topper. It is one of those multi-purpose polishes. This is another one that is supposed to be purposefully sheer, but this is described as a white polish with a color shifting blue to purple shimmer and micro holographic glitters, and I really like this one. I've been wearing this one the most out of the collection. I like how there seems to be an especially bountiful amount of holographic glitters running throughout this. There's something about it that is just so ghostly and ethereal, and it is just full of magically goodness. As you can see, that shimmer flare pops right to life with a top coat, and in all sorts of lighting it looks drastically different. If you had to pick a polish from this collection, choose this one because it's multifunctional and it's very pretty. It's corn. No, it's Demeter's Harvest. This is a yellow gold shimmer with a color shifting shimmer that shifts from yellow to red to green, and this one's very pretty. I don't think it is the most standout of the collection. With how the marketing went, you would definitely think that there was a huge focus on this particular polish, but what surprised me the most was how opaque it was in just 1 coat. In 2 coats, I think if you had the longest of long nails, you would be fine with just 2 coats. I think this one is very pretty. To me, it has kind of a weird 3D, kind of fuzzy effect to it with the top coat, if that makes sense. It definitely seems like it stands out on the nails. If you wanted something to catch somebody's eye this warming months, definitely check this one out. I think you'd be very happy with it. And because I am god of this channel, this is also one of my favorites from the collection. Curse of Calypso is just, oh, it's fun. It looks purple in the bottle, but when you apply it, it's a light pink. Oh, it's so fun. This one has a color shifting gold to green shimmer in it, and it is also one of the ones that are supposed to be sheer. I don't know what it is about this one, but I also think this is a multifunctional polish. It can be a topper, it can be sheer, and it can get almost opaque. It's very close in 3 coats, but I like this one. I've been wearing this one a lot too. I got 2 hands. I can wear 2 different polishes a lot. But yeah, this one is just really fun to me. I don't know, maybe I'm getting into sheer nail polishes. I like it. So now that you've seen the swatches, you've heard my thoughts on each polish, what do you think? Did you pick up any of these colors? Did you pick up the whole collection? I definitely want to know in those comments down below. I always like talking to you guys about nail polish. So definitely sound off below in those comments. But yeah, I really liked this collection. I was a little sad that some of them were 3-coaters. However, with how the formulas are, I can kind of understand why they would need to be 3-coaters. I did just want to point that out because I know some people are adamant, 2-coater only people. Some people are like 3 coats, no big deal, whatever. It's just vibes over here. But for me, I do wish they were 2-coaters, all of them. But for the ones that were 3 coats, I mean, this formula dries so quickly that it doesn't really bother me. There are definitely some formulas where I'm like, 3 coats, no thank you. I'm talking about creams here. 3-coater creams, no. But when it comes to specialty effect polishes, especially when the effect really benefits from a layering, I'm not too mad about it, but I want to hear what you guys think. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, and if you like my videos, make sure to subscribe. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.